So if you watch my Q&A video, you'll see that I said I would do some budget cooking. I made a throwaway comment about being able to feed 2 people for 2 weeks on 20 quid. So I'm kind of knocking that back to 1 week because weighing everything that I cook drives me bonkers. The costing bit I don't mind so much because I quite like having the Excel spreadsheet all ready to go. It's just that I'm used to cooking by just throwing things in a pan, so having to actually weigh things for every single meal for 2 weeks, it would drive me demented. So I'm knocking it back to 1 week. So I'm doing 2 people 1 week for £10. And yeah, this is going to be costing basically what I've already got in the house rather than going out and buying £10 worth of food, because I've already done that. I've done that with my Lidl video, which I will link below, and you can see that. This is going to be a bit more varied because I'm just going to do what we eat on a general daily basis. So Wednesday we started the day with a smoothie. Now, I'm not a breakfast person. I'm really not that fussed about breakfast. I'll happily go till 11 o'clock and not eat anything. I'll eat if there's something there, but not because I'm actually hungry. So what we've been doing on non-working days is starting the day with a banana smoothie because they're cheap, they're good for you, and yeah. So these ones come to 30p. So it's a banana, it's soy milk, it's a bit of peanut butter, and it's water. So rather than doing it all soy milk, I'm doing half soy milk, half water, because you've got the creaminess of the banana in there, the creaminess of the peanut butter. You don't need all of that soy milk. Plus it brings the calories down a little bit if you're trying to watch your weight, which I am because I eat too much. So every day that we're not working, we start the day with a smoothie because it's easy and quick, cheap, done. 30p. There is a breakdown for all of these, which I will put on my blog, because rather than me sitting here talking numbers at you, yeah, you can read it if you want to. For lunch, we went for a flatbread. Now, with the flour, we bought 20 kilograms for £5 at our local Morrison's. So it costs pence to make these. Now, this one was kind of inspired by a video I saw by Matty Matheson on YouTube, and he did carrots that were roasted with date syrup and pomegranate molasses, and then they had like a salsa on top, and they had like a savoury granola on top. I was like, oh, that sounds really good because we've got pomegranate molasses to use up. So I've kind of stripped it back so it's like a cheap version, and I've got a little video of like how that was made, so I'll talk you through. So with this, I'm starting off with the flatbread. All the measurements are on my blog, but basically you want to measure out your flour, pinch of salt, pinch of herbs, and then the water you kind of want to eyeball it because it depends on, you know, how humid it is that day and all of that. So you just want to add it a little bit by a little bit. So add it a bit, you'll end up with like kind of crumbly bits. Add a bit more, you'll end up with bigger crumbly bits, and just keep adding it until it's nice and soft and smooth and it cleans the bowl. Give it a bit of a knead just to make sure everything's kind of even, and then you're ready to go. So what I've done here is I've made enough for 2 people, so just a small amount. Split it in half and then just started rolling it out. I'm rolling it out nice and thin. And also, while I've been doing this, I have had a frying pan on hot, just preheating. So you want to chuck your flatbread in there, flip it about a couple of times, it'll bubble, it'll get all nice and toasty and gorgeous, and then it's ready to go. In the meantime, I'm making the salsa to go on top. So it's half a tomato. I'm just chopping that up so it's nice and fine. Now, because with this it's quite dry, you've got the pomegranate molasses and it needs something a bit extra. So I've got the tomato there to give it kind of a bit of juiciness. And then you've got the olives as well. All of this is just kind of finely chopped up so you can sprinkle it on top. I think if I was doing like a non-budget version, which I probably will at some point, I'd add like a few more bits in there. But yeah, this is the totally stripped back version. So everything's ready to go now. I roasted some carrots the night before. I had the oven on, so I might as well. The pan's already on, so I might as well heat them up in that pan because it's already hot. I've drizzled over some pomegranate molasses at the last minute. I've put the salsa on top, and that is it ready to go. Then for dinner, I made a curry. I made curry quite a lot. So this one came to 36p with too much rice. We didn't eat all of the rice. So some of that moves on to Thursday. And yeah, it's something I make on a regular basis. Typical fashion, I forgot to take a picture of it, but you know, I've made it before. So there are other pictures of it so you can see what it looks like. It's just a simple curry. Easy, done. So the total for Wednesday, we had the 30p smoothie, the 22p carrot flatbread, and the 36p curry came to 88p for 2 people. So that was really good. I'm genuinely surprised because I'm thinking things are going to come to a lot more. So this is a bit of a surprise for me as well because I'm just kind of doing it as I go along. So Thursday, again, smoothie, 30p, already covered that. Now, the rice that was left over from the curry, I've made into kimchi fried rice. This is something I've also done in another video, so again, I will link you to that if you are interested. With my kimchi fried rice, I get leftover rice, I get some homemade kimchi and whatever veg I've got kicking around at the time, throw it in a pan, heat it up, cook it through, get it nice and golden and toasty, done. And that, because I'd already charged the rice to Wednesday because I'd put it all in with the curry, this cost 14p because you're just paying for the vegetables at this point and a little bit of homemade kimchi. So 14p this came to, which is a genuine surprise as well. And then for dinner, I splashed out a little bit and made dumpling soup. So this is something that was inspired by a place we go to in Edinburgh called the Himalaya Cafe. And then they do this beautiful broth that's like spiced with kind of like red Thai curry. It's got lime leaves in it as well, which I haven't included because again, these are going to be quite expensive. So I've stripped it back to a cheaper version. It's got chunks of vegetables in it. It's got dumplings. And basically I've done my kind of stripped back cheaper version of that and it came to 95p, which still is like absolutely nothing in comparison. So Thursday's total comes to £1.39. So I've worked it out, so £10 across a week comes out at about £1.42 a day. Yeah, we're doing pretty well. I'm currently in the background of this doing my meal prep for the weekend, so our working weekend meals. I will cost them separately in that video. But yeah, so far I think we're doing bloody good to stay on track for this £10, 2 people for 1 whole week.